What is up, you bushy boys and girls? Back at it again with another bushy fitness vid. Today we're talking about general health. What body fat percentage should you be at? If you're training, trying to look for a consistent goal, you don't really care about competing, any of that really competitive or athletic stuff, what body fat should I be? And after doing some more research, for females I said 30% body fat, but I'm going to taper that down to 25% for the average female, and about closer to 20 if you want to be more athletic or you're more on that competitive side in your off season. And then males, for the standard body fat, I'm going to say 20%, and that athletic look 15%. Sorry if you can't tell, I've been a little sick this week. Ever since Saturday, like midday, my throat just started getting sore. And these recent days I've started coughing, sneezing, so that's been fun. But that's not going to stop the grind. Men tend to store more body fat in their stomach, and that'll be the last body fat storage to go away. And males too, they can have a lot less body fat when it comes to competing. I don't know exactly what I was, but I would guess anywhere from 7 to 9% body fat when I competed. I was definitely stage lean, more shredded than the other, at least novice competitors. So I'm very proud of that. But yeah, trying to really taper down, and cutting comes with losing weight naturally as a natural, which means you're not using any performance enhancing drugs, steroids. Females, however, they need more body fat, and I believe personally, I haven't researched this exactly, but I'm going off the theory that females tend to have more body fat because they give birth to the baby bushes, so they need to have that extra fat storage to take care of the little one. But stage lean, anywhere like 12%, which is fairly high for a competitive male, like once you're really ready to compete. And I'm really going to talk about bodybuilding a lot here because that is what I do. That is my sport, that is my passion, what I love doing. It gives me purpose in life. It really creates healthy habits for me, like eating, training. I could just sit back and play video games all day, being 25 years old now, been out of school for a hot minute. I'm still trying to focus on my fitness because I want to live a long, healthy, happy life, be my best average bush. So determining your body fat, everyone's a different case. There's no exact, you look in the mirror like, okay, I'm 15%, I am good to go. It's really how you think you look, how you feel, and be careful how much you judge your own body. That is called body dysmorphia, when you're looking at your arm or something and thinking you're not big and you've been training for 3+ years, but really you look back and in your old photos you had no arm development. That is an example of body dysmorphia, or just looking at your abs all the time. Honestly, leaning forward more, like your abs, you're really going to show a lot more fat. And especially competing, comparing your best version of yourself to now where your off season is, it's not a healthy thing to do. Don't feel bad with your body fat trying to maintain that, which naturally you gotta lower your weight down. I'm trying to get to about 160 pounds. But if you have, a cheat meal or whatever, or you have foods that aren't whole foods, shout out, it is not the end of the world. Really, it's about calorie balance, how much you put into your body, and what you produce, your basic living and your exercise, or what you put out, is how you lose weight. If you expend more calories than you eat, you're going to lose weight. And if you eat more calories than you burn, you're going to become a fatty over time. But having 1 or 2 bad days in a row, everybody has slip-ups. We are human after all. I'm definitely part bush, but we all make mistakes. And as long as we're really putting forward our best effort, that is what matters. And I'm linking this highly to the body fat because you don't need to be perfect. Everyone has different genetics or set points of body fat. For example, I feel like mine is around 20 or so percent, maybe between 20 and 125, I've noticed being like mid 175, around that weight. My body can get really comfortable and just want to keep doing that. But wanting to compete again, personally, is something I love doing, working towards. I'm going to need to be lower weight because last time I was like 140 something pounds, and I don't want to have to cut too much between shows. But for the general person, yeah, so to summarize the video, for that normal look, 20% for males, 15% for that athletic look. Then for females, you basically add 7 or 10%. So I believe I said 27% for females for that standard look, 20% for the more athletic, but you might want to up those percents a little bit because keep in mind, females store more body fat. The female bushes store their fat in their hips and thighs last. That is their last source of fat storage. Now, even if you go to the gym once a week, it's way better than what you used to do. Just go never, or push it off. And then the next week or two, you go a couple times, and shoot, you don't have to lift 5 times a week like me, or at 4:30 a.m. Just find out what works best for you. Just try to be more active, because the more activity you have, going back on that calorie expenditure, you're gonna have a lot easier time losing weight. But don't go overboard. It is definitely a marathon, not a sprint, when it comes to losing body fat. And that is going to be the main message I will give you bushes from this video. It's just slowly make progress over time. The mirror and scale are your friend. That's it for the video, you bushy boys and girls. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I am going to go over the BMI scale soon, which kind of relates to body fat and just general health. I think it's a bunch of BS. Yeah, I'll cover it later this month. Don't forget to follow the TikTok, Instagram. I'm usually pretty good at putting that up. Although this time I might not. It's Bushmaster Harry if Editor Bush is too dang lazy. Anyways, guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah. See you bushes later, eh?